Good evening. I'm Michael Ang and you're watching the Manila Times News Prime. Today is August 12th. Our top story, President Marcos is open to calls to amend certain provisions of the 38-year-old Constitution. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro issued the statement after Deputy Speaker Ronaldo Puno called for a constitutional convention. This is to undertake a review of the charter and eventually propose amendments to address its so-called vague language. Castro says the president will not oppose a constitutional convention if it seeks to correct constitutional ambiguities. In addition, House Deputy Speaker Puno, meanwhile, admits that it will not be easy to convince other lawmakers to support the proposed constitutional convention. He says the initial reaction was always that the Senate will not agree to a CONCON. Puno says certain provisions in the Constitution are marked by ambiguity and procedural deficiency. The Antipolo City lawmaker says a CONCON offers the most prudent, transparent, and participatory mechanism to address the ambiguities. Meanwhile, Senate President Chis Escudero defended himself from allegations of favoritism in the awarding of government contracts. This after President Marcos named Centerways Construction and Development Incorporated as one of 15 firms that secured the majority of government flood control projects. Escudero admitted that the Sorsogon-based company is owned by a longtime friend and supporter. However, he strongly denied any involvement in helping the firm win contracts. Escudero further clarified that accepting campaign contributions was not illegal, stressing that the donation had been properly declared and even reported in the media. In other news, the incidence of food poverty increased by 8 percentage points nationwide, but the number of Filipinos who describe themselves as poor and hungry remains stable. That's according to the latest survey by Okta Research. Okta says the sharp rise in food poverty, despite stable overall poverty, suggests that more families are struggling to afford food. The survey was conducted from July 12 to 17. It had 1,200 respondents and had a margin of error of plus or minus 3% nationwide. In Japan, rainstorms triggered flooding and mudslides in Japan's southern main island of Kyushu. Several people were reported missing after falling into swollen rivers in Kumamoto and the nearby Fukuoka prefecture. About 6,000 households in Kumamoto were without power. Local authorities have issued evacuation advisories to tens of thousands of people. For more news and information, read the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and be part of our communities on Viber, Telegram, WhatsApp, and Mastodon. That's all for now on the Manila Times News Prime. Remember to stay safe, stay informed, and stay connected. I'm Michael Ang. Good night.